Do you suffer from seasonal allergies like I can on occasion? I want to let you in on a little secret that I actually learned when I was a teenager growing up in Durango, Colorado, and that is local honey. Now, I'm going to be the first to tell you that if you go out there and do a Google search on it, chances are you're going to find a lot of articles out there debunking this as just kind of voodoo doctor type stuff. But I'm going to tell you, as somebody who's used this for decades, it absolutely works for me. I don't know if it'll work for you like it has for me, but if you're suffering from allergies and you want a more natural approach, what do you have to lose? By the way, grab my guide and all my recipes over at lowertoxiclife.com. I'm Jackie Elmer. I did grow up in the beautiful mountains of Durango, Colorado. And what I found is when spring came and all of the beautiful wildflowers and everything started blooming, my allergies would kick in. And my mom, who I've mentioned before, was way before her time. I started seeing a chiropractor way back in the 70s, and not because I had back problems, but because he educated my mom on the meridians in the body and just the balance and the energy and the life flow. So I started going to the chiropractor years ago, and he's the one that turned my mom, who turned me on to the power of local raw honey. So depending on where you live, shop around and find it for yourself. I live in Scottsdale, Arizona now. I will tell you, I use Durango, Honeyville, if you've ever been there. I use their honey from time to time as well because I grew up there, and so I feel like natively there's something about, my system being attuned to local. And you've probably heard that before when you've heard eat local. There's a theory behind that our bodies are not designed so much as configured, because that's where we're from, to adapt to the plants and vegetables and all the different things that are in our local area. So what I typically do is, I'm doing it different now. I'm doing this every day. But what I've done in the past is February 1st, I have a Google reminder that pops up to remind me to start taking local honey. And I will simply consume a teaspoon to a tablespoon of local honey every day. Now, I don't like to get that glycemic boom spike to my system, so what I will do is I will mix it in with my 4 Brazil nuts that I eat every day. I'll eat a Brazil nut, pause, let my body take in that information of food is coming, and when I mix it with a high quality fat like a nut, it slows down that insulin release, that glycemic overload that we can get. I also will put this over the top of my seeds, my seed cycling recipe. And by the way, you can get all these at recipes.lowertoxiclife.com, and specifically my seed recipe at seeds.lowertoxiclife.com. Great hormone balancing, great breakfast replacement instead of that yucky, sugary, wheat-filled, ultra-processed granola cereal that a lot of people think is healthy. This is a great substitute for that. So I just want to let you in on that secret. I start on February 1st. Where I live in Scottsdale, allergy season will kick in sometime around April 1st, and I am typically golden. Now, occasionally, I will still get a little flare-up, and all I do is I go get a teaspoon of honey, I consume it, I let it slowly slide down the back of my throat, coating my throat, and almost instantaneously, okay, maybe 1 or 2 minutes, I will begin to feel that those symptoms subside of itchy nose, watery eyes, and all of that. So if you've ever tried local honey, please leave me a comment below. Let me know if you're going to try it, and let me know any other suggestions that you have for natural alternatives to allergy season.